Welcome to today's topic, Mindful Budgeting, Practical Tips to Save Money, a life-changing approach to handling finances with awareness. If you're tired of living paycheck to paycheck or struggling with the stress of financial mismanagement, this video is for you. You'll discover how to control spending, save effectively, and build lasting financial security without the usual anxiety. These strategies are inspired by Buddhist principles of mindfulness and simplicity, adapted to help you find financial peace. Stay with us until the end for key insights that will transform your approach to budgeting. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more mindful living tips. Mindful budgeting isn't just about tracking expenses, it's a life-changing approach to handling your money with awareness. It's inspired by mindfulness principles found in Buddhism, where we are taught to live in the present moment, make conscious decisions, and avoid distractions that lead to stress and anxiety. In the context of money, this means we focus on being fully present when it comes to our financial decisions. Instead of spending unconsciously, mindlessly swiping a card or overlooking bills, we take the time to reflect on our purchases, savings, and investments. Mindful budgeting brings clarity to your spending habits, empowering you to act with purpose rather than simply reacting to external influences. Just as Buddha taught the importance of living with awareness and intention, mindful budgeting helps us align our financial choices with our deeper values, bringing inner peace to our financial life. Mindful budgeting also requires that we reflect on our emotions surrounding money. Often, spending is a response to feelings of stress, loneliness, or boredom. Buddha's teachings invite us to observe these emotions without attachment or judgment, helping us make wiser financial choices. When we are present and aware of our emotional triggers, we can make decisions that reflect not only our values but also our emotional state. This mindfulness prevents us from falling into patterns of overspending or making hasty financial choices based on momentary impulses. By developing a mindful approach to money, we create a sense of financial peace that is rooted in understanding, acceptance, and intentionality. In this way, mindful budgeting becomes more than just a tool for saving, it becomes a lifestyle choice that nurtures our overall well-being and financial security. Buddha's teachings and financial awareness. Buddha's teachings emphasize awareness and mindfulness in all aspects of life. This includes how we interact with the material world, including money. By becoming mindful of how we handle finances, we can break free from unconscious spending habits and the stress that often accompanies financial mismanagement. Buddha also taught that attachment to material things leads to suffering, and this idea can be applied to our relationship with money. When we are attached to wealth or constantly chasing after material possessions, we become enslaved to those desires, creating emotional and financial turmoil. Through mindful budgeting, we learn to detach from this craving and focus on what we truly need, rather than being swept away by unnecessary desires. With this understanding, we no longer view money simply as a tool to acquire material goods or status symbols. Instead, we see it as a means to support our well-being and those around us. Mindful budgeting encourages us to consider every purchase and every financial decision with intentionality. It allows us to release the emotional attachments that often cloud our judgment, helping us make decisions that reflect our true values rather than fleeting wants. Through this process, we develop a greater sense of gratitude and contentment, knowing that we are directing our resources towards what truly matters. The role of awareness in financial decisions. The first step to mindful budgeting is developing awareness of your financial habits. So much of our spending is done unconsciously, often triggered by emotions, societal pressures, or the desire to fit in. We shop out of habit or to cope with stress, leading to unnecessary purchases that don't align with our long-term goals. According to Buddha, awareness is the key to breaking free from these cycles. By simply paying attention to our financial behaviors, tracking where our money goes, examining the reasons behind our spending choices, and reflecting on how they make us feel, we can begin to take control of our finances. This awareness allows us to see where we can make adjustments, whether it's reducing impulse spending, eliminating wasteful habits, or rethinking what we truly value in life. Mindfulness asks us to stop and pause before making a financial decision, asking, is this aligned with my values? Does this bring me closer to my financial goals? When we are mindful, we shift from a reactionary mindset to one of deliberate action. We stop seeing money as a source of stress or something that controls us, and instead, we start seeing it as a tool we can use to create the life we desire. Through this mindful awareness, we can navigate away from the endless cycle of financial anxiety and embrace a more intentional way of living. Setting intentional financial goals with clarity. Buddhism teaches the importance of having clear intentions in every aspect of life, and this applies to your financial journey as well. Mindful budgeting starts with setting clear, intentional financial goals that align with your values. Whether it's saving for an emergency fund, paying off debt, or building wealth for the future, the clarity you bring to your financial goals will help guide your decisions. Instead of randomly spending, you approach your finances with a sense of purpose and direction. Just as Buddha's teachings encourage us to live with intention, mindful budgeting allows us to focus our resources on the things that truly matter to us. You might start by setting short-term goals, such as saving for a vacation, and long-term goals, like preparing for retirement. These goals help you create a framework for your budget, ensuring that each financial decision is a step toward fulfilling your dreams. As you reflect on these goals, remember that mindfulness also teaches us the importance of being adaptable. Your goals may shift, life circumstances may change, and your priorities may evolve. That's why it's crucial to regularly revisit your goals to ensure that they still align with your values and current life situation. This process not only strengthens your financial journey but also enhances your overall sense of peace and satisfaction, knowing you are always moving forward with purpose. Creating a budget that aligns with your values. One of the most powerful aspects of mindful budgeting is that it allows you to align your money with your core values. In Buddhism, the concept of right action and right livelihood guides us to live ethically and with integrity. Similarly, when creating a budget, you can align your spending with your values. This means looking beyond the temptation of consumerism and focusing on purchases that genuinely contribute to your well-being and happiness. Ask yourself, does this purchase support my goals and values? If the answer is no, then it may be time to reconsider. Mindful budgeting isn't about living with less, but rather living with more intentionality. By focusing on spending in a mindful way, you ensure that your budget reflects your priorities. This approach helps you eliminate unnecessary expenses, reduce debt, and focus on what truly enriches your life. Whether it's saving for a home, investing in your health, or contributing to charity, mindful budgeting allows you to direct your resources towards what matters most. Furthermore, when you align your finances with your values, you experience a deeper sense of fulfillment and purpose. You realize that money isn't just for accumulating things, but for building a life of meaning, connection, and personal growth. This alignment not only brings financial peace but also greater joy in the way you live each day. Building an emergency fund mindfully. In Buddhism, the concept of right effort teaches us to be diligent and consistent in our actions. This principle can be applied to building an emergency fund, which is one of the cornerstones of mindful budgeting. Creating an emergency fund is not about hoarding wealth or living in fear of the future, rather, it's about preparing yourself for life's uncertainties with calm and readiness. Just as we prepare our minds through mindfulness, we must prepare our finances for the unexpected. By setting aside a portion of your income regularly, you can create a safety net that provides peace of mind in times of crisis. Start small if necessary, but be consistent in your efforts. Knowing that you have a financial cushion allows you to approach life's challenges with confidence, not anxiety. Mindful budgeting encourages you to build this cushion not out of greed, but out of wisdom, recognizing that having a safety net allows you to live with a sense of calm and security. With an emergency fund in place, you no longer feel at the mercy of unexpected events like medical bills or car repairs. Instead, you approach these challenges with a clear, level-headed mindset, knowing you have the resources to handle them. This not only provides peace of mind but also reduces the temptation to turn to high-interest debt in times of stress. The importance of gratitude in mindful budgeting. Gratitude is a central theme in Buddhist practice, and it can also play a powerful role in mindful budgeting. When we practice gratitude, we shift our focus from what we lack to what we have. This mindset can transform the way we approach money. Instead of constantly striving for more or feeling discontent with our current financial situation, gratitude helps us appreciate what we already possess. In the context of budgeting, this could mean: thank you for joining me in exploring mindful budgeting, where we combine the wisdom of Buddhism with practical financial tips to create a more peaceful and intentional relationship with money. By applying mindfulness to your financial decisions, you can reduce stress, align your spending with your values, and build a more secure financial future. Remember, mindful budgeting is a lifelong journey, and it requires both awareness and consistent effort. The teachings of Buddha remind us that by living with intention, clarity, and gratitude, we can experience financial peace and freedom from the constant pressures of consumerism and excess. As we discussed, mindful budgeting is not about deprivation or living without, it's about creating balance and prioritizing what truly matters. By setting clear financial goals, aligning your budget with your values, and practicing gratitude, you create a financial life that supports your well-being, not just your wants. And as Buddha teaches, when we detach from our cravings for material possessions, we open ourselves up to a more peaceful, fulfilling existence. I encourage you to take the first step today by evaluating your current financial habits and making one mindful change. Perhaps start by tracking your expenses, setting a small savings goal, or cutting back on unnecessary spending. Over time, these small changes will add up, helping you build a more peaceful and stable financial future. Remember, financial peace is not about accumulating wealth but about creating a life where you feel secure and at ease with your financial decisions. If you found this video helpful, please share it with friends or family who could benefit from mindful budgeting. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, for more insightful content on mindful living and financial peace. By subscribing, you're joining a community dedicated to living with intention and achieving true happiness, both financially and spiritually. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video, where we'll continue to explore.